You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, we are going to talk about that Baltimore Ravens fan that randomly walked up to a couple of Washington Redskins fans at the end of a game back in October and just randomly decided to attack them. And then he flexed on camera like he really did something to be proud of. And of course, as the internet does, the internet found out exactly who this dude was, and he got outed. Well, today he got sentenced, all right? There was a plea deal, and this guy actually was facing up to 50 years in prison. You know, I mean, he walked up, he knocked some guy completely out, and a lot of people were like, well, if the guy hit his head on the way down or something, it could have went really, really bad. So the guy's name was Jack Callis. He was a Ravens fan. He was arrested on charges of first-degree aggravated assault and 3 second-degree assault charges after he attacked 2 Redskins fans. The video is nothing short of horrifying. Well, I don't know that it's horrifying. It's not good. Now, that's the D-bag in question right there, and you will see him walk up and actually attack a couple of fans.
Do we got straggler? Do we got straggler? Do we got straggler? Do we got a straggler? Do we got a straggler? Do we got a straggler? I don't lose. Let's go.
And then he literally flexed and said, I don't lose. Well, today you lost. You're a complete loser. And, of course, the internet found out who this guy was. Now he's got a plea deal. And so he was facing more than 50 years in prison. He gets 10 years with all of it suspended other than the 105 days he served. Okay, he served 3 months in jail. 5 years of probation. He has to pay $4,000 in restitution. He's got to attend AA and anger management and do community service. He's also not allowed to profit off the video that was made. All right, so that's the laundry list of things that he's got going on. All right, that's 100 hours of community service, by the way. 90 Alcoholics Anonymous classes. Will return to Sarasota, Florida to enter an inpatient drug treatment, and upon completion will enter an outpatient program. And then, of course, Callis can't distribute, solicit, or monetize or post a viral video on any of his social media accounts. So that's everything he got out of that situation. Now, I think there's a world, being in Baltimore, where he actually, I got to be honest, he got more than I thought he was going to get. I'm not going to kid you. An attorney representing one of the victims said that they were, quote, happy with the outcome of the plea deal. The judge also tore into Callis for embarrassing the city. All right. All things considered, it seemed like Callis is getting off pretty easy, doing 105 days in jail. Facing up to 55 years is getting off light. Whether that's rehab or time behind bars, it must be done. And, of course, that's all the treatment programs this guy is in, yada, yada, yada. Now he has been sitting in jail for months and will enter rehab for substance abuse. Wow. I mean, he kind of messed around and found out there. Now, I'm sure I've been looking at some of the response, and the response to this is sort of all over the place, as you can imagine. They actually, like this guy said, that's harsher than I expected. Thought a DUI, that's more than some people get for a DUI. That's probably true, but people forget, and it has happened. Man, if you hit somebody and you knock them out and they hit their head on the curb on the way down, or catch the side of that car he was next to and it goes badly, well, I mean, you can literally, kill somebody. That is a possibility, and it has happened. I understand that's a fluky kind of a situation, but it's just a bad look. You've got so many NFL fans that are at the point that they're like, especially if they root for the visiting team. These guys were Redskins fans. They decided to go to the game. And we've all seen the altercations in all these NFL cities. Baltimore, Philadelphia, San Francisco, Las Vegas Raiders. And fans are like, no, I'm just not taking my family to these games anymore. You see Alcoholics Anonymous. A lot of people have talked about the amount of drinking that goes on at these games now. And I can tell you this, I would think twice before taking the family to a game these days. I would, or especially if I was going to see the visiting team coming in. I mean, sure, do you expect to get heckled some, especially if the team, your team loses? And I think it gets even worse if your team wins and you're in the home. Like if the Redskins would have went in there and whipped them, I don't know how much worse that could have gone. The fans are mad. They get angry. They're liquored up. And then here you are. I mean, these days, if you're doing something on video, and this guy's a grown-ass man, I think he might have gotten fired over this. I can't remember for sure. But I can't imagine that if he had a job, that they thought very highly of it when all this went viral, and it went super viral when this video of him and then the flexing, I mean, utterly ridiculous, And you can tell the guy is much too, we're not talking about a 18 or 19-year-old. This guy looks like he should be fully grown, mature, and just know better. But then again, we saw the video of that Eagles fan talking to that woman at the game a while back, and wow, I mean, that was something else. You would think going to a football game would be something that a family could go to, and they wouldn't have to worry about crap like this. But that's just not the case. And in some of these more liberal cities, I mean, you got to be honest. Like Baltimore, it wouldn't have shocked me if this guy would have gotten nothing. Like just purely some probation and nothing else. That wouldn't have shocked me in a city like Baltimore at all. I mean, you pull this in a red county, it could go differently. They may hammer your ass into the dirt. I don't know. This guy messed around, he effed around and found out. And he's got to jump through some real hoops. The way they put that guy must not be from Baltimore, so they said he would have to travel back to fulfill these obligations. How much is that going to cost you? He's already paying $4,000 in restitution. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.